Hey, welcome to another edition of Spotlight On. Hey, the holidays are over. You know, we're getting into the football playoffs. Unfortunately, the Giants are not going to be in it. You know, and so I don't have much to watch this year. What we got going on for tonight's show is kind of special. I've always been a fan of the old TV shows, and this week is another one of those remembrance type shows. Back in '98, they came out with a convention for the cast, or living cast of the old emergency TV show. Now, most guys who are around my age remember watching that. You know, and a lot of times it was being played on TV Land over and over as well. I know a lot of firefighters grew up watching it and became firemen probably because of that show. But this convention was really good. I mean, we're only going to show you highlights of it because the convention lasted for over like 5 hours, so we can't actually show you all of it, but we'll just show you the main highlights of it. But also, what you're going to be able to see, which I'm going to show now, is some things that I have in my collection. The first picture you're going to see is of the board games and the magazines and comic books that was produced back in the 1970s. The second photo shows a hat that's on my mannequin there. It has Squad 51 with John Gage and Roy DeSoto on it. Also a puzzle there and a lunchbox thermos. The third picture coming up shows a record album that Julie London recorded back in the actually this was back in the 1960s, so you can tell her voice was pretty good. She had a pretty good voice. There's also a figure there that represents one of the from the firemen, and also a TV guy with Robert Fuller on it. The fourth one is coming up now, which is the game. The game board, which was really a nice, I mean, it had all the different scenes on it from the TV show. And, you know, it's that's a pretty bit of a classic piece to have. Next one coming up is the cast photo. It's a black and white cast photo, which has all the regular guys that played on the TV show. The sixth one is a cast color photo, which is autographed, which I've had, you know, from probably day one. Then the next photo coming up is the cast on that day while they were at the station. Now the station was actually station number 217 in LA County, and you know, that was the backdrop. It also shows inside we're going to show you inside the fire station. We'll show you the current cast, the cast at that time, and I think you really get a kick out of it. Like I always say, we always show you something different on Spotlight On. So each week there's always something new or something that something always coming up. We just did a couple days ago. We were just doing our, or actually we had on last week's show, was the new hockey team that's coming into town, which should be. Just hope they last. That's all I can say. The last few teams we've had, of course, Trash lasts 2 years, but the other two teams only last a year, and they're gone. So it'll be good. It'll be something to see if it actually transpires, and hopefully it will. Coming up soon, we'll be having the Danbury Westerns come on to talk about the hot stuff breakfast and the chili cook-off, which will both be coming up in February. So if you'd like to find out more about that, you can go to www.westerners.com and you can look up from there. If you'd like to get in contact with me and you have anything coming up, any shows or you know, any events in the area, you know, like I always say, we need at least a week's notice so we can get a camera crew together and you know, have everything set. You can reach me at 203-417-7929 or 203-748-5456. You can also reach me at rbroy@snetnet or rbroy@gmail.com. You can also reach me at myspace/Spotland1966. Blog doesn't always get updated, but occasionally it does. And you can also reach me at facebook.com. So that being said, we're going to get right into the show and take it away.
Respond to the Burbank Hilton, 2500 Hollywood Way, 2500 Hollywood Way. Your cross street is Thornton. Your timeout is 13:10. KMG 365.
Let's hear it again for these guys. All right. Okay. Very good. Everybody's here. At this time, I want to introduce another gentleman who is a retired chief of Monterey Park. He spent 12 years on the Los Angeles County Fire Department. He started on Monterey, came to LA County, retired, and went back to Monterey. What's the deal? But he's responsible for coordinating and implementing of the LA County Pioneering Paramedic Services. He also is the publisher of GEM magazine. At this time, he will be handling the award for
Series Emergency. The skillful way in which you portrayed your character brought the Los Angeles County Fire Department worldwide recognition, influenced the expansion of paramedic programs, and encouraged many others to pursue a career in the fire service. First to receive this award will be Tim Donnelly. Tim? I had a firefighter one time who was having trouble getting along with the other firefighters. He said, "Well, what do you want me to act like?" Yeah, I said, "I want you to act like Tim Donnelly." Marco Lopez. Randy, come on down.
What nurse are you hitting on now, Johnny? Don't call it hitting anymore.
Patrol 69, return to the station. Mike? I believe that's the first time that a retired captain's ever gotten an honorary firefighter badge. That's not a demotion. Kevin.
How's the beef fortune on? Kirk Stewart.
And we also have plaques for the cast members, and these each say, in recognition of your role in the 1970s television series Emergency, the skillful way in which you portrayed your character assisted in bringing the Los Angeles County Fire Department worldwide recognition, influenced the expansion of paramedic programs, and encouraged many others to pursue a career in the emergency medical service. And the first one is to Robert Fuller.
There's no slap.
And Bobby, we have awards for both you and Julie. Would you like to come forward?
We love you, Bobby. Bobby, sit down.
Caesar, we've got to go.
Finally, Ron Pickard.
Troy almost always drive.
Kevin, you want to answer that? That was the biggest bone of contention that I had for 7 years. Why can't I drive? Well, one year they let me and I ran the engine straight into a brick wall. I still have the scar here. I was trying to save Kevin when we went to the windshield. I turned to Kevin and I said, "Are you okay?" And I was spurting blood down my face and he goes, "Yeah, but you're not." In reality, why I didn't drive, and I thought that they could have easily fixed it. When we were originally shooting all the stock footage, every time you see us pulling out of that engine, we don't do that every week. We do that at the beginning of the year. And we have the squat turn right, we have the squat turn left. Squat turns right, engine goes left, squat left, engine right. For any situation that would arise. Well, nobody thought to, like have me drive out once. So the stock footage showed him driving all the time. They said, "Well, we can't because stock footage." I said, "What the hell is stock footage? Let's do some more." That's a lot of money. It's a whole day's work. So I don't drive for 7 years. That's the story.
Okay, let's see. Here's one from Nadine Lyman. This is from Sylvia Nadine from Germany. First one, what does Tim Donnelly do now?
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
Will I reach over there? Yeah.
Who was that? Did I ask him?
This is from Sylvia and Nadine from Germany. I don't know if it's the same.
Sylvia, I
it's the
think,
same
listen
lady.
to this. Bear with me here. Sylvia is the president of Randy Mantoon's fan club. Why is she asking me anything? No, I'm just saying. Oh, is that right, Randy? Well, actually, I just I finished a script in June. It's filmed off. It's pretty dark. It's the dark side of it's in my trunk if anybody's out there looking for something. I might have Randy to commit to it, or we might have Randy commit. So that's what I'm doing right now. Yeah. Sylvia.
Hold on. There's another question from Vicki Beck, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. To Tim Donnelly, I understand that you single-handedly saved a certain four-legged cast member from being fired. Tell us about that.
Who was that from?
From Vicky Beck. Where's she?
Vicky Beck, that's Randy Mantu's niece. This is getting pretty big. Well, actually, I'll tell you the story on that. That dog, that Basset Hound Henry, he shedded a lot, and we wore the dark blues in the pants. And Randy was originally, the dog's best friend, and they did shed a lot. And he just finally one day just got tired of wiping it off his pants and said, "Get the dog out of here. I'm not working with him." So he told him, "I won't work for the dog." I had self-contested this. So the trainer said, "Well, gosh, if Henry can't work on the show, we're going to have to put him away." So, Randy saw a spot. Randy said, "I can't work for that dog." I said, "I'll work for the dog." Actually, I knew if I worked for the dog, I'd get a lot more scenes. I think that's close to what happened. Randy should tell us the other side.
That you had a fear of heights, and yet you had several scenes where you had to be way up in the air. How did you deal with that? I'm just reading the jokes. I don't know. I mean the question.
Well, actually, I never had a problem with it. We did it until one episode. I think it was the third season where we were doing trying to get a guy had gone crazy off a ledge. And I wasn't tied off. We just sort of did it on the ledge. It seemed relatively safe. And, I wasn't, it was fairly controlled and had stuntmen watching. So normally what we did at the high stuff, sort of supervising. And what happened was that we finished the stunt, or we finished the scene, and they yelled "cut," and I froze. And I don't know why. I just was scared to death to move, and they had to come out and lead me by the hand.
I walked into Jack Webb's office and walked out with 12 pages of a 2-hour world premiere with 13 episodes to follow. We were to start shooting in 10 days. I had just taken my cowboy boots off, put a white coat on, and Jack handed me a 12-pound Dorland dictionary, a medical dictionary, and that's what helped me.
Back it up, buddy.
I will. Okay. These are the two lockers here.
You switched the names.
Check out that name.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
That's the original rendering of it. But anyway, one of the things
Action. Hi. I'm Randolph Mandy.
LA Engine 51, the fire's under control. Timeout 20 minutes. Cancel other units. And request an ambulance at our location. We have a smoke inhalation victim.
What you are seeing is the most hazardous profession of all.
Over here. Thank you for coming so fast. It's in the back, apartment 6B.
What's the problem?
I don't know. I don't know. Please hurry.
Mr. Fuller, it's not nice to fool Mother Nature.
Was he violent?
Not until we took his fruit jar away from him.
Fruit jar?
Well, yes, ma'am. You see, when an alky's on moonshine, he carries it around in a fruit jar.
Is that it?
Yep.
Oh!
I don't know how I could have made that kind of mistake.
You know, I was telling Betty the other day.
I can't see a thing. Am I on the street?
Yeah, you're fine.
Tell me if there's a car there.
Where do you go?
Please, hurry! She can't catch her breath.
There's, no need there. Finally made it, Captain.
We both did.
Yeah. That we did.
Well, I guess I better get going home. Joanne and the kids, you know.
Yeah. Well, I gotta go too. So, listen now, we are gonna be staying in touch with one another, right?
Right. I mean, just because we're not working together.
Yeah. That's exactly what I mean. It's just that, you know what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like we're moving out of town or anything. We're still here, still in the same department. We're still friends.
Yeah. Still.
Yeah.
Roy,
Yeah?
come on, I tell you what. I'll walk you out to your car.